Sexual abuse is something that dark energy doesn't want us to talk about, but I'm here to say that the more we talk about it, the more we can learn where it comes from, and more importantly, how to permanently heal from it and break the pattern of it. In this part 3 video of a live healing coaching session, a live intervention with Carolyn, what started out as permanently healing a phobia revealed that trauma from surviving a religious cult, which once again cleared that, finally unlocked sexual trauma that was waiting for the other two to be cleared in order for it to be safe and open enough to finally address and permanently heal and release sexual abuse trauma. If you watch all 3 videos, you might see clearly just why most people never heal from their phobias, negative religious conditioning, or sexual abuse because of the level of depth that it takes to get there and divine connection it takes to clear it. But not Carolyn. She chose to confront it head on, setting an example for all women, all men, mothers and fathers, and leaders. Carolyn shows us what is possible, and I strongly encourage you to watch all 3 videos and leave a message to either Carolyn or myself in the comments, letting us know what is your biggest takeaway from watching this video. What did you learn about your own healing? We need more people like Carolyn who is ready to become healed, and we need more people and more coaches who are willing to heal them. So, will you be one of us?
But let's just do one more big loop-de-loop to see, ask your unconscious mind or the divine, is there anything else while we're here at this time that any unconscious parts needs to receive or come to the present moment that has to do with this? Because this is very important.
There is a younger part. I don't know how old there is. It's my big trauma. There's a kind of some blocks around the age, so I'm not sure how old, but that with what you're talking about with it, like ringing the bell, I'm worried that that part will come in and try to do that too. A part that just needs some care, some comfort, some safety.
What part of you is worried?
What part is worried? Me. I mean the adult me who is scared, who's giving into fear. Still a younger part of me, but an adult part that
Is the
wants to
adult
have everything
part,
figured out.
is the adult part holding on to the divine consciously or not?
No,
And then if you were to do that, what happens to the worry?
the need to have everything right and fixed goes away. So the worry goes away.
Because if it's not right and if it's broke, if it's wrong and broken, does that mean the divine made a mistake?
No. And that's consciously, I tell my clients all the time too. I don't think it's possible for us to be broken. We just have experiences.
Yeah, so wrong and broken are literally meaning presently disconnected from the divine.
Okay.
So if those come up, anything comes out of your mouth that's wrong or broken, this way,
Yeah.
technically it means currently in the present moment, presently disconnected from the divine,
Yeah.
which is the
Okay.
problem and the solution.
Right. Just bring the divine into it. Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because it feels like that part was still holding on to that right or wrong. Something happened. We have to fix it. But
We have to
it's
fix it
just
with or without the
is.
divine.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be fixed with the divine, but that part is just it's that frantic. We don't know how to fix it and we have to fix it. So what do we do?
We ask the divine. So
Yeah.
right now, have that part ask the divine, how do I fix this? Which you can't, but just ask the question anyway. How do I fix this? Or how do we fix it? Because that was what you said. How do we fix this?
Divine says, let me into it.
Yep, invite me into it. Exactly.
Yeah. Shine the light. That feels healing.
But you did mention, I couldn't help but notice, you said like my big trauma. So it's
Yeah.
bigger than the other ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Should we while we're here?
Sure.
So big trauma about what specifically?
Sexual trauma.
From who?
Cousin,
One time, many times?
one time.
Okay. Painful or just scary?
Scary. Uh, uh, Powerless.
And how old roughly were you? Give me a
I
ballpark. I
don't.
mean, like,
I say maybe like 5 to 10. I don't really know.
yeah, that works. So you said there's some dissociation or compartmentalization for survival because that makes
Yeah.
sense. That's the only reason why it happens. So can you ask, ask the divine to go behind the walls of compartmentalization and see if here's what's interesting because we're going to find out because sometimes when there's parts that have trauma and they build like the metaphor like a fortress to not let any more hurt in, encapsulates like the pain. It's the issue is like it was created without the divine, so not even the divine can come in, not even healing can come in, not even solution can come in. It's just no
Right.
more pain can come in, but either can healing, so the pain doesn't really go away.
Yeah.
It can go over, it can go on the
Right.
shelf, but then if something triggers, it's right there. And it can kind of be added to, but it kind of doesn't. It kind of just stays the same. But in sometimes in those cases, sometimes those parts are just like, well, I wish the divine was there, and sure, I'll take it. Other times the parts could be like, well, if there really was a God, then this wouldn't have happened.
Mm.
So which one resonates more?
The first one resonates more. I think it still goes back to that confusion and right or wrong, because that is also tied to the first time I ever lied to my mom, which was a right or wrong thing.
Lady, you lied to your mom because of this or just
Mm.
different? Okay.
Hmm.
So, because of fear.
Hmm.
And if you ask the divine to go in between you and your cousin and create distance, and then ask the divine to surround and go inside of the fear and surround and go inside the confusion.
Hmm.
So, what does that feel like inside right now?
It feels calming and how do I describe it? Like all encompassing, expansive.
How old was your cousin back then?
Um, 10-ish.
So, if you needed, this is just the words that are coming through, but if you needed to beat some ass, put your for current self to go back there to separate between you because sometimes like sexual abuse is like malicious or it's always divisive. There's spectrums to divisiveness.
Yeah.
Someone can be like shut up and that's divisive or like trying to murder something that's divisive. there's a
Right.
spectrum to it. But like what I'm trying to say is ask your current self to go between you and them and just say like, hey, like you have to come through me. Like the mama bear could come out if you needed
Yeah.
to, but it might not be needed to. It might just be like what might be needed is like I'm gonna ask the divine to surround and go inside of you as well, because
Mm,
chances are this happened to you.
mm,
And if that's
yeah.
the case, because you're not probably not the first originator of this, so I don't know how far back it goes, but I'm gonna ask the divine to
Mm,
surround, go inside, going in between each and every one of us back to the root of whenever it started the ancestral lineage, so it doesn't continue. And
yeah.
ask the divine
Okay.
to set right all the relationships, cut all the cords, surround and go inside of all of the hurt, darkness, divisiveness, disconnection, and connect it all. And again, I don't know how many people this happened to in your ancestral lineage, but I do want to thank you for being the one that's the pattern breaker, permanent ancestral pattern breaker, and for asking for all of their healings as well.
Mm, okay.
And ask the divine to bring that younger you into the present moment, but releasing everything that no longer serves you. It can just be like lost in transit, like luggage. Just go to the divine can take care of it, and then also receive like a gift, whatever it is that you need to receive besides the gift of having this part of you and innocence back into your life and inside.
Yeah.
And how does that feel inside?
Feels good. Feels strong. Feels complete and
How do you?
powerful.
Great job.
Huh?
It's a great job.
Thank you. Great
Mhm.
job to you.
Thank you. How do you feel? What do you feel, and how do you feel like this is going to open up for you?
It feels like that gives me opportunity. So just having having options moving forward down the road of what I want to do with my experiences. Um, but for now, I what I think it allows me to do is to focus because it's been so hard for me to focus in in my life, and that I mean that's something I've been trying to I guess figure out and work on lately, but it feels like it's because it's complete and like more of a parts integration that it like I'm not pulled everywhere with all these parts trying to like attention, what's going on? I'm in exile, I need a protector. It just feels a lot more like I can be me and focus.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. That feels good. That's exciting.
Yeah. So I definitely thank you because I wanted to check because I feel like it's kind of metaphorically like a mechanic, and if you're doing this deep spiritual surgery, psychological spiritual surgery, this whole kind of like engine work. It's like, well, let's just look. Is there anything else? Let's look at the transmission. Like it's open.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's just it makes more sense. So
Yeah.
I always like to check in again because we did the it's a phenomenon. Like this was the deepest of the three, but this was the easiest of the three
Yeah.
because there's just trust, rapport, your unconscious mind starts learning, the divine gets more powerful within you, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, well, that's amazing.
Yeah. We'll have to do
Yes.
it in person one day, but we'll do air hug today.
Yes. Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, Carolyn, yeah. So really enjoy, see how they heat for a little bit, but let things integrate, which I mean, it's complete, but yeah, just be open to like taking it easy. I mean, you might be like, "Woo, I'm gonna be productive," and that's fine. Some people get so much energy afterwards. Some people like, I gotta lay down. Some people feel like they're on a beach in their favorite resort, so
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably the one that I'll go for.
yeah, absolutely.
Um,
So we'll chat soon then.
all right. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm
You're
so
welcome.
grateful.
Yep, have a good rest of your evening.
You too.
All right,
Bye.
bye.